I can smell the chemicals from the Duraflame.
What are you going to complain about it, or are you just going to be
At least
happy?
it's kicking in now.
Yeah, of course it kicks in.
I don't know how it works, because I use real wood.
Yeah, so do I. I have real wood too, but I'm not going to fucking throw a whole big fire just for this. I'm not saying you're not worth it, but but that shit's not cheap.
This is something special.
Are we rolling right now?
Of course we're rolling.
It's just a fucking door
We're
flame.
always rolling.
Rolling. No, it's your door flame,
No,
dude.
no. Actually, I do like this setup very much.
Fireside chats with Frank and Larry.
Yeah, we here at outside of Studio B.
Yeah, Studio BA.
Yeah,
BA Baracus.
Everyone here is going to have a
I have
row.
my neighbors behind me who could, the only ones now that I knocked my tree down could see into my yard. We might hear some interesting things like that. It's Friday night in Long Island, so it's a lot of car shows.
Yeah, or just people just revving up their engines and going.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of that in the background. So we apologize for any ambient sound. Ambient?
Ambiance.
Ambient?
Ambient.
Modal?
Ambient? Elliot. Tamblin.
Amblin Entertainment.
Yeah.
Tamblin.
Tamblin? Jeffrey Tambor.
No, Amber Tamblin.
Amber Tamblin.
She was in a show. She was pretty hot.
An adult show?
No.
Okay.
Sounds like a porn name,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Amber Lee.
Ooh. Kimberly.
Kimberly
Pink
Drummond.
Power Ranger.
Kimberly Drummond.
Okay.
Yeah. Was this like the 65,000 retarded pyramid? Hey, everybody, we're here live.
I'd love to do. I think we could do a live episode from here.
We could, and we could have guests.
Oh, imagine that! They can come through the thing.
They come through the back gate. We need a green. My garage will be the green room. We'll be back with Bill Burr.
We'll be coming in. Where am I?
You're in Frank's backyard. Oh my God, this is the next Wayne's World.
That would be great. Then they just
Excellent.
walk,
and they just walk out. We could have comedians come over here and do like a 10-minute set.
And don't even tell them what to do. They just leave.
Yeah, just leave.
You hear them get in the car. You hear
Boop,
them.
boop.
Yeah.
Beep boop, bop, boop, beep boop. No.
So where I'm sitting, Frank's got this tree that's got this mutant attachment coming off of it.
It's okay.
It's very weird.
It's not really a tree. It's more like a giant bush that has overgrown to the size of a tree.
I've known some people.
There were 3 on my property. There are now 1 left. I knocked one down myself. I'm sorry. There's 4 on my property. I took one. No, there are 3.
You want to try that again?
Yeah, I had some Tylenol. I took one down myself.
Yeah.
And then the guy came and took the stump out because the stump is about the size of a tree stump, even though it is a bush.
And it's a stump.
Yeah. The neighbor, my next door neighbor, had one matching. Mm-hmm. I hate that freaking thing, so I don't trim it.
It looks like a piece was flying across it.
It
and
looks
it
like
reached out.
It looks
like
like
a symbiote.
No, it looks like the JFK aftershoot. Too soon. Error.
It is.
Error. Why are my brains on the trunk? Error.
It is a little back and to the left.
Error.
I drove over that X.
You drove over Dealey Plaza?
Yeah, didn't even know
I'm
it.
Jealous.
We were driving through Detroit, me and my father.
Detroit?
What? That was a long shot. We were driving through Dallas, and
Must be a PUBG player.
we took a wrong turn. And I'm like, we're driving through. My dad's like, "Why are all these people in the road? What's going on?" I'm like, I see an X in the street. Is that a book depository over there?" I'm like, "Oh,
It's a book suppository.
here we are." And of course, the man who
Did you not know you were in Dealey Plaza?
we never. My dad wasn't really a fan of JFK. Not saying that he, was happy on that day.
Because he was a Democrat?
But I don't probably who knows. But that was never on his list. What to go see when we were in Dallas? I'm like, all right, whatever. It's hit or miss with
Right
me.
before Jackie was like, hey, Jackie, you want to get some wings? Some barbecue? Go on.
And we're just driving through, and all of a sudden, I'm like, well, yeah. He's like, why are all these people just walking in the street? And I'm like, I look down, I'm like, yeah, no, there's an X. So we were driving over where Kenny was shot. I was like, oh, all right.
Did a man open up an umbrella at a certain time?
Let's go to the Hard Rock. All right, no problem.
Some history for you.
That was about it. So
Right.
we always remember where we were during those major times.
Yeah,
Neither one of us was around for that one.
Well,
so.
you guys always make fun of how old I am, so I might have been around. I was a zygote.
You were just a thought in the eye.
Yeah. So so here we are in my lovely backyard with my swing set, my fire. We got the fire pit going.
Now it's going. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
you know,
the chimney look to it. Yeah.
Well, that's a little rusty. Once that goes, I'm going to buy one of those like clay ones.
Okay.
Because those apparently last forever, and you could throw a ton of fire in it. And I am a little bit of a pyromaniac.
Nice.
I have a ton of fire, and you can turn a ton of wood in it.
Fire.
Fire. Yeah, I like to burn things. Shouldn't have admitted that on the interwebs.
Yeah. Well. Oh, that is lit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that would be the citronella candle that's keeping the bugs from killing us.
Somewhat. Yeah.
Is it still on? I can't.
It's on. Yeah, it's on. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, you let me know because I have the clicker right here.
So this is like we were saying before. This is kind of like maybe we can make this our summer thing, where we just weather permitting.
The summer thing. We got a swing and a fire pit. I got no words that rhyme with fire pit other than size seated.
So let me ask you this before we get into our agenda.
Yes, we have an agenda.
This is the start of year 2.
Yes.
Do we have anything on the horizon?
Yes, we have. We're going to be interviewed soon, which we mentioned earlier.
Yep.
We have some guests coming up. I'm looking into hiring someone as a personal assistant.
Okay.
Not just for the show, but also personally.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I have a lot going on.
A lot in life.
And, I want to devote more time to the podcast, mainly because I really hate my job. If this bug lands on my computer, I'm going to lose my shit. Get out of here.
Get that citronella going.
Yeah, it's not working, apparently.
It's going. It's got to build.
Yeah, it's got to build.
The
but we
wick
can
is
pour
low.
a little wax out of it.
That's true.
Here, do this. Give me.
That's your house. So.
All right. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
You rat bastard.
That's how that works. It's a flame.
See, I need a personal assistant, so I'm putting
Ad.
an ad out on Zip Recruiter or Monster.com.
Zip Recruiter.
Monster.com. Remember that?
Monster. No.
Does that still exist?
Monster.com.
No, that wasn't it.
No.
That
was
was
Priceline?
That was Yahoo, wasn't it?
That was Yahoo.
No, Yahoo.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Expedia.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have no lives.
We worked through it, though.
Yeah, we
That's
did.
why I
We
like
did.
working.
Yeah. Well, that yes and.
Yeah.
Speaking of yes and.
Yes.
So this weekend, Larry and I went back to the future. Great Scott! That's my action.
See the tweet from Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, I don't know. You think it's bullshit?
I think it's not true.
Son
You can't get
bitches.
those 3 actors to get together to make a 4th Back to the Future. Let alone they shouldn't be making a 4th Back to the Future.
Yeah. The more I'm looking at Leah Thompson's tweets, she's kind of annoying me. Because I've been kind of stalking her to
Fair enough.
find her to see if she has responded to our heartfelt and
I'm sure that went straight into the trash.
teen crushed tweet
Mm-hmm.
about the March Babeness, and she has yet to respond. So
Okay.
she
She's a
might
busy-
have to go to the runner-up if she doesn't claim her prize, like
If-
in Miss America.
Wait, if she cannot fulfill her
her
contractual
as
duties
the March Babeness winner, it might have to go to Pam Anderson. And something tells me we could get Pam Anderson
on the cheap too. Probably.
yeah, probably. You got to. Oh, she's Canadian. All you need is a box of Tim Hortons and
That's true.
and a hockey jersey, and she's
Gordie
good to
Howe
go.
hockey jersey. Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
So
So Sunday we went back to the
Well, you
improv
did.
class, Long Island Improv, located in Freeport, New York, and it was a drop-in class. Basically, the teacher Michael has 3 summer drop-in classes.
he has 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah, there's one in July and one in August. The next one is July 8th. I'll be away, so I won't be attending that one. But I spoke a little about it. Larry, why don't you give your perspective of it, because it was new for you.
It was actually very interesting and very whoosh. Yeah. Whoa. I threw everyone off with that. I heard you talk. You did your 5 classes. I heard you talk about them, and you enjoyed them. You
Yes, I
learned
did.
a lot from them, from what you said. He said the class was comfortable. So with this, as you call it, drop-in class, I figure, all right, let me try. It's almost like a trial run
Exactly.
of it. Now, granted, there was more people than usual, but
There was actually more people than I think he expected.
okay,
Because his average classes are, like he said, 10 to 12 people. The one I took for 5 weeks had 13 people in it. Give or take one or two a week. This one had, 25, 26?
yes. Well,
Let's guess the plane, quick.
well, I'm going to say Cessna 749.
No, that's definitely, I'm going to go with
I
Pan
don't know if that's
Am.
a real thing. Oh, like that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to say either
There it
JetBlue
is.
or TWA.
It could be Eastern.
Can we name any other defunct airlines?
Qantas, definitely Qantas. Definitely Qantas. I just fell into the mic.
So my bottom line, it was kind of everything I expected. They broke us up into groups. Yes, admittedly, I was a little worried. I'm like, I'm gonna have to perform in front of people, like actual performing in front. I'm like, that would be tough for my first time because, admittedly, on the spot, I'm not that good as far as coming up with stuff.
You did pretty good.
No, I did. And the games that we played, the tools that were learned from them, honestly, I learned a lot. Learned from that short time already, like to not only hear the podcast, hear all 3 podcasts, but at work in my personal life, kind of I can see where improv can help you.
Yeah.
Help anybody.
Yeah.
Just in everyday life.
Yeah. I was trying to get trying to talk Stephanie into doing it, but she will not do it. I can't picture her doing any of that stuff.
Especially with the leading.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was 3 games that we play, and they're called games, but they're tools.
And just so you know, that was just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because the stuff that I did over a 5-week period were, I mean, that's he was basically what you experienced was basically an introductory, class. The stuff we did in that class was stuff we did in week 1.
Okay.
And then week 2, we did 1 or 2 things just as a reminder, and then we went on to completely different stuff. So,
which is completely understandable,
Right.
And there were people there like yourself w'ho've done classes in the past,
Right.
Who just keep doing this to keep it fresh,
right. Well, there was, as you saw, there was there was a woman, I think, Jess, and there was this other guy, Brian, who I actually enjoyed working with when we were in the class together. So, and that's one thing you learned, even in that short, what was it, an hour and a half? Or,
just about,
yeah. Usually it's a 2-hour class, but just an hour and a half, you learn just by being in that class, just by standing in that circle. Okay, I want to work with that one. I don't want to work with that one.
Minutes into it,
Yeah,
there were people like, shut the fuck
Yeah, you
up.
could tell there are certain people who are just there. I mean, look, everyone's there for their own reason,
Of course.
but your personality comes through. And I at one point I said to myself, because every time he asked a question, just because I was in the class already, I kind of knew the answer, so I wasn't trying to be a brown nose, but I kept going. This is what, but just for me personally, the reason why I was doing that was to kind of move the class along.
Yeah,
because and not being like, again, I guess you could say I was being a brown nose, but there were people there. You and I only worked together once because it was such a large group. But then after that one time we did it, I purposely tried to avoid you because I wanted you to have your own experience.
I get it, and I kind of did the same thing when we were going around. I'm like, all right, let me see if I can find other people, because improv purposely takes you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my comfort zone, as much as sometimes it doesn't seem like I have a small comfort zone or a wide comfort zone, which would be the one where you're kind of an introvert. I have no comfort zone. Okay.
Right. You're in the danger zone. Can't
wait to see Maverick again.
Yeah, the Val Kilmer's back?
Yep.
He's the aircraft carrier. I think that's not my joke.
Will they have the football game and the volleyball game again?
In jeans.
Maybe.
He wore jeans, but then when Goose died, he was wearing... Was Goose? Yeah, Goose. Yeah. Well, Goose died and went to ER. But no, when Goose died, he was looking in the mirror, wearing the tightest whiteies, or was it a towel? I don't remember.
That was 80s style, my friend.
Now, here, just on an aside, real quick, because we do go off on tangents. Yep. I've been saying this for years, and now I've been hearing it on podcasts. I'm kind of getting a little pissed because this was my idea years ago. Every freaking Tom Cruise movie he does, every movie, and Cinnamon, I know you're listening. Prove me wrong. You're not getting paid. But he runs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or he's riding a motorcycle.
Motorcycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Top Gun.
Well, yeah.
The Firm. I first noticed it in the movie The Firm. I was in the UA movie theater on Knapp Street in Brooklyn watching The Firm. And first of all, was that an R-rated movie? I definitely wasn't over 18.
It had to have been, yeah.
And he had a running scene. Bug?
No, just because I'm looking at something doesn't mean it's moving.
Well, we are in the wilderness. But
Backwoods of Long Island.
he definitely is a runner and a motorcycler.
A runner.
Yeah. So going back to the improv class.
Yeah. So I purposely wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and I did. Trust me, I did. Met nice people. Again, in the few seconds, like you said, that you have to just really quit. Hey, how you doing? My name's Larry. Nice to meet you. Oh, what? Why are you here? Like your reasons. That's like, literally, that's all you had to talk to each other.
It's almost like speed dating.
And then we get into the game. Exactly. There was the first person I paired with. She was, first or second person. She was nice. Very, kind of low key, not really over the top. And this is when we were doing the present game.
Yeah.
You hand each other this.
Oh, yeah. I have to tell you about my
box.
experience with that.
It's all, mind.
You basically, the game is you're giving someone a gift, and they thank you for it, and then they give you a gift. But you don't know what you basically have to come up with what the gift is. So basically, I would be handing you like a mime. Like, I would be presenting you with a gift, and you go, oh, a banana.
Not even that. Just go, banana.
Banana. Thank you. And then you turn around, pretend to give me a gift, and, a car. Thank you.
And that's the idea. Just to and doesn't have. That's what I learned quickly too. Well, you think improv, you think comedy, but he wasn't really stressing comedy. He was just stressing, just do it.
Just do it.
Doesn't
and
have
it doesn't
to
have to make sense. It
Exactly.
doesn't have to be funny.
And that was stuck in my head. I'm like, all right, I got to think of funny stuff. Then I'm like, the idea is just to come up with the ability,
right,
to come up with the stuff
right.
on top of
and
your head.
Sometimes you'll try to think ahead and go, okay, I have two of these things chambered in my head, and then the person will like hand you what looks to be a stick, and you're thinking in your head, you're like, all right, watermelon. It's going to be watermelon. Yeah. And then they hand you a stick, and you're like, an oar.
Well, that's because the way the game was designed, you were supposed to, with both hands, like you were presenting a box.
Right. Now,
other people weren't
the woman who I got paired with for that one was I call her the cat lady. She was she was the one who's had more plastic surgery done on her face than
Joan Rivers.
Come on, rest in peace, Joan.
I saw her at JFK Airport.
Was she in a coffin or getting
this
shipped
was
back?
It was probably about 8 or 9 months before she died.
Okay. All right. Well, so rest in peace. Well, she'll be missed.
Dot Matrix.
Dot Matrix, right? Yep. Her best role.
Yep.
So she kept handing me things like she was holding a dish, like a platter, So she was putting, she was putting her hand like she was
okay.
So she got but she wasn't saying thank you, and she just kept going, mashed potatoes, corn, and she got
she got stuck on a list.
Yeah, well, she got stuck on a list, but then she went really weird. She went, I handed her I literally was trying to give her hints with. I turned around and I pretended I was lifting up something extremely heavy, and I went, and she goes, oh, a massage, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't want to work with this woman anymore. Then wait, she came back with a massage, and then she went, a foot massage, and then a back massage. Oh. I'm waiting to go. I'm waiting for him to go and stop, and I'm just like. Oh, and I literally just, before he even said fine, I literally just walked away from her. I was like, I don't want to work with this woman anymore.
Later on, he had mentioned when you do improv for the first time, there's 3 things you go to. But before that part, I'd already started going to those. Basically, it's the id. I don't know, I forgot who came up with it, Einstein or Newton or something. Freud.
Third time's the charm.
And the id. And when you do this improv, there's 3 things that you go to, which is actually very true. Sex, death, bodily fluids.
Yeah.
And when we were doing this game with the presents, in my head, I'm trying to think ahead. I'm like, all right, let me think. Severed thumb. But when I started the game,
Severed thumb.
and it happened another time later on, which I'll explain in a moment. But when you start the game, you quickly start getting that rapport with the other person, and you're like, all right, maybe this person doesn't really roll with that. So then I kind of nix that part and move forward. Talking about, though, where I almost went dark 2 times. One, there was that cute girl in the black...
Orange
not
shirt?
orange. That was the one like Velma from Scooby-Doo.
With the glasses.
She was the last one. Yes, that...
Short hair?
Yes.
Yeah, she was pretty cute.
She was. I screwed that up, too, but that's later. So the first one...
Screwed what up? You asked her out?
No. I'm just saying, like, how I tried to be funny.
Oh, yeah, it
work.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
With the first one, the one that we almost ran over, she was friends with the guy with the satchel.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that guy was annoying.
We're doing the yes and.
That guy looked very familiar.
He kind of did.
He looked like I've seen him somewhere before, like he looked like he was a hanger-on from a radio show, like on the Stern
Almost
show.
Like Roland.
No,
from O&A.
I gotta sneeze.
All right. I purposely stayed quiet.
Cut that out. Sorry, folks.
Good thing it's your mic. So when I guess this is the last time we're doing this. Thanks. This episode brought to you by allergies. The seasonal.
This episode brought to you by Kleenex.
So with the first one, the idea was it was the yes and game where you pretty much have to tell a story, but you go back and forth,
right? And
you continue the story, but you always have to say yes and. So I started it, and I go. You have to say there was a blank named blank who was blanking. That's kind of how you start it. So, of course, in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go funny on this one. So I'm like, there was a clown named Roy who was blowing up balloons. Already her eyes went like bug-eye a little bit. And I'm like, uh-oh, this may have been the wrong topic. All right, let's see what we can do with this.
People don't like clowns, Larry.
No, that's also the other reason why I was doing it, kind of for that part.
But that's good because that was you coming out of your comfort zone.
So the way her story not tried on my head, I was successful. The way I tried to spin it was this goofiness, kind of little on the edgier side, but she tried her best to steer that boat, be like, oh, and he was blowing the balloons for the children. I'm like, yes, and there was that one boy who got that one balloon. Yeah, and she goes, yes, and he was very happy. I'm like, yes, and his mother kept staring at the clown very deeply. And she's like, yes, and because the mother was happy that she gave him a balloon.
She was crying for help, Larry, because you sounded like a serial killer.
Absolutely.
So, and he was rubbing lotion on his skin, or else he gets the hose again. So
it was one of the ids that I learned later on. I'm like, wow, that's true. Later on, there was with the girl who looked like Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Let's just call her Velma for the sake of it.
For her, actually, that was more. I just completely went rogue on it, and she'd be like, and he was making popcorn. I'm like, and the popcorn popped. Like, in other words, she kept the story moving forward. I just put an exclamation point and a giant period on every sentence that she said. But the best one I found with the improv, and I suggest everyone to go to improv. I think
no matter what line of work you're in, because the class that I took, there was one of the guys, he does seminars for a living. Like, he goes around, I don't know what his job is, but he goes around to companies and he gives seminars. So whatever his business is, he must be like, an efficiency expert or something, Mm-hmm. But he goes around to he gets hired out by different companies, and he does seminars. And he goes, it's helped me dramatically when he's giving these seminars to a room full of strangers,
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
So with the one, it's the yes and game, and I go, I remember the time we went to Great Adventure, and she's like, yes, and this is the older woman with the glasses who comes over to me, like when we first meet, and she comes over.
The one who I took a class with?
No, I think it was one of the other ones. Basically, every time you switched up partners, it was random. Just whoever was just running, whoever you're looking at, pretty much is your partner. So, as usual, I don't really find anyone until the end. Whoever's left over, just kind of looking around the room.
Yeah, it happens.
And she comes over and she finds me. She's zooming around people, and she's like, "I've been waiting for you my entire life." I'm like, "I've been right here the whole time." Whatever. So I'm like, "All right, this should be fun. A little bit of a bounce. She's cool. I'm cool."
You could tell almost. Well, it depends. You could tell quickly. what I've experienced, and again, I'm still a rookie at it, but people's boundaries. The class that I took, there was a girl whose name was Jen. She was we only had like 1 or 2 women in the class. And she was cool. She's a young girl. She's like an actress / model. I think her name is Jen Feldman. She's on Instagram. She's actually she does like a whole nutritional thing too. Very interesting.
I could use
yeah,
it.
she's done it. She's done a lot of nice. She's got like a lot of model actress. I think she also does. No, I think she does like personal training and nutrition as well. So. But again, if she's working with people, so improv could help her in her field. But she was pretty funny because the first time I worked with her, she's like, just letting you know I'm going to get raunchy. I'm like, well, you got the right person. So, and then we went off on this tangent, and it was one of the SN games. She's, oh, no, it was like, remember that time we got arrested, whatever. And it turned out, and that's what I said to her, and she said, yeah, because we were, I dressed you up in drag and we were in the city. And I'm like, all right, here we're off and running. And she just, she was pretty funny. So you could, but then there's other people who you like I said, like the cat lady.
Yeah.
What about that freaking guy who had me climbing on the benches? And
I was going to get into that in a minute. Yeah, that guy totally took
that guy, and I met him literally 30 seconds earlier, and he started stretching. I was like, oh no! I'm in trouble.
So the part I wanted to mention, as far as like really gauging how quickly you can figure out if someone like what level they're on,
right. That level of comfort.
Exactly. So with this woman, older lady, she said, I've been looking for your entire life. So we started doing the game, and it's like, I remember the time I went to Great Adventure. Yes, and we went on the roller coaster. Like, yes, and we sat in the back. She's like, now I wasn't trying to go anywhere funky with that. Just a friend of ours.
Not the time to get like.
No, not at all. But I remember the time that one of our friends who will remain nameless because he's an ass sometimes.
Birdie?
Suggested that actually no, it's not actually not him. The other one. It's like, go to Great Adventure and sit in the back of the roller coaster. Like, sure, why not? Well, after getting whiplash after the second turn, while you sit on the back seat of a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst seat.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so we're doing the yes, and so she goes, yes, and I got sick. I'm like, yes, and then you felt better. We went to get lunch. Then she goes, yes, and I had cheeseburger, I probably said, yes, and you got a cheeseburger. This is when she goes, yes, and I remember not to mix cheese with meat. So now, take that 2 seconds, and let's expand it into what felt like 5 minutes in my head. I'm like, okay, Jew joke. So let's see where I could go with this.
All right, because they don't mix meat and dairy.
So
okay.
I thought that's where she was going. So I'm like, all right, here we go. This is going to be funny. This is going to be very, very funny. So she goes, can't mix dairy with meat.
She said that to you.
That was her line.
Okay.
But she continued. Again, this all I heard was can't mix dairy with meat. Pause. A Zach Morris pause.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, let me think of what I can come up with that's hopefully not too anti-Semitic, but still funny. Then she goes, because it's not healthy for you. So now I'm like,
she kept going.
Now I'm like, reboot, reset.
You gotta like switch on the fly. Yeah, no, I know.
So I'm like, all right, well, that's how that gauges. We played this other game where you lead your partner, because in improv, which this show really hasn't done much of it, the yin and the yang doesn't do much of it, and the retro gamer certainly doesn't do much of it, is have each other's back and support each other.
We do.
We do more now since you've taken improv.
Well, we're evolving.
Because with improv, it's always about making your partner look good.
Correct.
You don't want to make them look stupid.
Correct.
So the idea is with this game, you put your hand out and you lead your partner. He just stares at the palm of your hand and you lead them.
Basically, the person you're leading has to remain the same distance at all times from your hand, which you're holding up in front of their face at, let's say, 10 inches away.
And the idea is they have their trust in you because they're focused on your hand. So you're leading them around the room. Now, granted, there was a lot more couples.
Right. There was
couples.
24, 25 people there.
So, all right, so we're doing this game. Whatever, it's fun. Some people get to the ground, some people, and the idea is also to quickly figure out like the limits physically, even physically, which for you, apparently someone thought you were agile like a cat.
Somebody thought I was the Chinese guy from Ocean's 11. Okay. And he was Chinese. The guy's name was Wilson. Okay. I remember that, which was a great name for a Chinese guy because he was Chinese. And Well, he was.
I would hope so if he was a Chinese guy.
Well, a Chinese guy named Wilson. I mean, that's a good-natured American.
Yep.
So we get paired up, and we're doing the game, and we did a couple rounds of that because he wanted us to do it with different partners, and we immediately get paired up, and he immediately starts stretching, and I'm like, all right, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, dude, you're for real? I'm like, I didn't say this to him, but I was just. So he's like, okay, we're good, right? We're good. I'm like, yeah, we're good, Wilson.
We're good, brah.
Yeah. So and he starts leading me around, and
now also keep in mind this is in the back room of a Unitarian church.
Yes. So
there's a couple of pews back there.
There was pews against the wall.
No,
they were up against the wall.
Yeah.
They weren't, but we had a pretty much open space. And so we're all walking around. And there's 24 people in the room, and you're trying not to bump into anybody. So he's trusting me. I'm trusting him. And then all of a sudden, he gets up on. He goes really high, and he gets up on the pew. And now I have to follow him. And then he gets down, and now I'm laying down face first on the pew. And I'm like, it lasted a minute. I was exhausted by the end of the minute. I was like, dude, are you kidding me right now?
All out of the corner of my eye, because I think I was a follower at that point. So all I saw out of the corner of my eye was him, not you. Him up on the pew, and I just see like this other body. There's another body,
right? And
everyone's giggling and laughing. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing on the bench? I'm like, all right, whatever. That's when I found out it was you. I'm like, how the hell?
Did you see afterwards? I was like, I need a nap.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. And again, assuming my work schedule doesn't change, I'm either going to take the fall class or the spring class again, which is another 5-week class. But I'm going to take the level 1 just because I want to take that a couple of times before the level 2 class, which is a little more acting and more character, where you have to come up with characters, which we kind of started doing in week 4 and 5 of my class, but we didn't really go full force into it. I have a feeling level 2 starts with that and goes further, which I'm looking forward to because I really enjoyed that part.
I had an absolute blast. I am definitely interested in doing the fall class. I
mean, for the price, $125,
can't beat it.
2 hours. 2 hours every Sunday for 5 weeks. I mean, that's a great price.
Can't beat it.
And I know you took an hour and a half class, but am I wrong to not say that? Is it wrong for me to say that you learned something?
I learned something the first
5 minutes
moment out.
Yeah.
When he starts explaining about the following.
He's a great teacher. He's a great
guy. So.
His name's, again, it's Long Island Improv in Freeport, New York, in Long Island. His name's Michael Rock. He looks like Cam from Modern Family. And he's been doing it for, I think, 30-plus years. And the guy's great. I'll recommend him 100%. See, I took credit for the large class. I'm like, I plugged you twice on my podcast. He's like, yes, Frank, it's all because of you. And I'm like, well, look, if you agree with me, that's fine. No, really great guy. And again, I'm going to support him, and I'm going to free plug him. All
right.
What?
Oh.
Yes, and So
cool.
We had a good time. So
excellent. I sit here and I'm just staring at the wonderful siding of your house.
I know it doesn't match.
Oh,
you want to know why?
I didn't notice.
That's a new addition.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that's the original. So when we do the side,
the top half. Oh, I guess it goes to the window.
Well, this is all new. This is the outside of the kitchen, which we just did. So we got these. This window was a lot longer. So this window went down to where the pail is.
Okay.
And then that window didn't exist.
Oh.
That's a whole new window.
Okay.
So once we get new siding, it'll all match.
Window.
And this whole back room here was not here. This was that Florida room. The metal room.
Yes.
So this is all,
All right. I was gonna say,
this is all my life savings goes right into this fucking 1,800 square foot piece of shit house, which is falling apart. Because now I have other issues.
Like what? Hopefully not in the kitchen.
No. Well, I have a little punch card. They're supposed to be coming back to do things. We're just waiting for that piece of molding, which I think just came in. Mm-hmm. So they should be coming hopefully next week to finish up the little stuff. Like there's a piece of paint that needs to be,
painted.
Well, yeah, there's a piece of molding that needs to be put up. There's a scratch here. There's a saddle crack that they have to fix. Just little. But they all want to do it in one shot. So they don't have to come back ever again.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not getting the last $9,000 that's owed to them unless they do come back and finish that list. So, which is slowly growing as I stare at things in the kitchen. So, but a couple weeks ago during the kitchen remod, Hold on a second. Great freaking segue. But by the way, so you're awesome. See, you're learning.
It's learning.
Learning. So I had that issue with my central air. I think we spoke about this.
Not
where
on the podcast, but we
water,
spoke.
right? The water there was a leak in my central air in the attic, and the water was coming through my ceiling fan.
I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah. No, it was that first hot spell we got. It was like 80-something degrees. I came home from work. I was like, I need air. My mom was like, we didn't get it serviced yet this year, and I'm like, it's going on. I don't care. Well, no, it went on, and then it's like 11. This shit never happens at 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right? It always happens like 2 o'clock.
11:30 at night. Yeah. We're getting ready to go to bed. We were just watching a little TV. Just finished watching the news, and I had my foot on the ottoman, and all of a sudden I'm like, "What the? Why is my foot wet?" And I'm like, bloop, bloop. Now
it's like from Dick Tracy.
It's like Money Pit.
Remember Dick Tracy?
The movie with Warren Beatty and
when they bugged the room with Al
Pacino.
She's Al Pacino. Yeah, what the hell's his name?
Fish Face. Muggsy.
No, what's his
I don't remember.
Oh man. Anyway, so they're in the room.
Mumbles.
They bugged it. Well, Mumbles was already gone. That was Dennis Miller. Dennis Miller. That was Dennis
Leary.
No. Jesus, this is why I
Rocky
need more
Dennis.
improv. Anyway,
Rocky Balboa.
The scene when they're talking about and then all of a sudden the guy who's bugging the room spilled his coffee and it started dripping down the light fixture.
I remember that.
And then you see like Al Pacino's looking at it and he's like, "We're being bugged. We're being bugged. Hoo-ah, we're being bugged." That's a terrible Al Pacino.
She's got a great ass. Dick Tracy. Let's see.
30 seconds, no more dick. 30 seconds, no more dick.
So that was like a couple of weeks ago. So I called there was a local guy who I know does HVAC. He came the next day, and I was at work. My wife said he fixed it. Okay, there was a wire frayed outside that the landscape must have hit with the weed whacker. So that was it. Plus there was a clogged pipe in the attic.
Oh man,
yeah, it was a whole.
When it rains, it pours, huh?
Big Boy Caprice, that was his name.
Big Boy, yes.
Breathless Mahoney.
Breathless Mahoney. Tess Trueheart, who just died recently.
Oh, that guy, he's the Charlie Corsmo. He was in Hook. He was the little boy in Hook. I forgot he was in it.
He was in that.
He's an ugly adult.
You know that movie only had 5 or 6 colors in the entire movie?
Yes, I did know that. I did know that. So
great movie.
That was the HVAC issue. So heating, ventilation, air conditioning.
That sucked.
Yeah. So they fixed that. That was $150. Okay,
not
fine.
bad.
Yeah, no, not bad. Service call. The guy's a local neighbor. So he does HVAC.
I've spent more on internet photos.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, you got to remember, this is after the $42,000 kitchen. Okay?
What's another $150?
Right, exactly. Because, who needs gas in their car and groceries? So, Monday, this Monday that just passed. Okay, 5 days ago. Right? No. Saturday, I had a charity event in New Jersey.
Yes.
Okay, so, which I have to tell you what I won. So I went to the charity event in New Jersey, come back. We stopped off in Brooklyn to Brennan and Carr. Introduced my children to Brennan and Carr.
Oh, they've never been?
Never been.
Oh,
my son loved when they dipped the whole sandwich in the au jus.
Yeah.
Free plug Brennan and Carr. And I was telling them how I went there as a little kid and how it didn't change since then and how I'm sticking to my guns when I say the Gargiulo burger was not on the fucking menu until that fat idiot Adam Richman had him on his show. Okay.
Oh, man.
I grew up in Brennan and Carr. Gargiulo burger was never on the menu. And I'll tell you why it was never on the menu, because if you look at the wood menu on the wall, it's all the way at the bottom. Under pie.
And it's
okay, and it's a different piece of wood. Okay, sorry, that menu's been on that wall for 70 years. Okay, the only thing that has changed is the stickers of the price. Gargiulo burger and the new piece of wood on the bottom under pie and coffee. Sorry, wrong. It was not there until Adam Richman saw it on Boy Meets Food or Man vs. Food or Diabetes vs. Diabetes.
That's a great sci-fi movie.
Diabetes vs. Diabetes? Diabetes, starring Wilford Brimley as Mr. Diabetes. An evil Wilford Brimley with a goatee.
Wilford Brimley has a goatee.
Okay, well, then the good guy, he had to shave it to be the good guy. Whatever. God, so life was so much easier in the evil. 80s. Oh. Mm-hmm. And in Cocoon, too. I'm Wilford Brimley. So we went to Brennan and Carr. because basically also we wanted to stop in Brooklyn because I knew the belt was going to be horrible. So we, killed some. Of course, my kids had to go to the bathroom, so we stopped off at my mother's. Then went to Brennan and Carl. We were going to go to Roll and Roaster.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why? Just to tell them how bad it is compared to Brendan and Carr?
Listen, I still have a thing for Roll and Roaster. I love Roll and Roaster. Please.
Please.
Don't stop it. But
Please.
anyway, there was no place to park, so we went to Brennan and Carl.
Good.
And luckily pulled right into the 3 spots that are in Brennan and
Right?
Carr.
I mean, how
This is these small.
how tight
My
are those
bathroom is
spots?
bigger than that parking lot.
Forever it's been like
And
that.
a giant minivan is pulling out. I pulled right in. I got pulled right in. I was like, perfect. This is great. This was meant to be. So head back home, and it was hot. It was hot that day.
It was hot.
Not like hell. Hi, Harry Carey's here.
Wow.
He's floating down from the sky.
Well, it's easy. He doesn't have to worry about coming in.
Yes. Hey, Harry, come on, take a seat.
It's like a balloon.
Sit right here. Sit right here. Hey, how you doing, Harry? I'm good. I heard you talking about Brendan and Carr. That's my favorite. You like Brendan and Carr? Garjuleberg is my favorite. All right. You know what? Harry, leave. Just get out. Hey, what the hell? What's going on? Get out. We're recording, Harry. Beat it. Cubs win. Cubs win. Bye. Bye. So, where was I?
Oh, I love outside shows.
This is going to be our thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So,
even during the winter.
So, my next door neighbor, okay, God love the man, has 8 kids, 7 girls.
Oh.
Okay?
I know
It could be
Espiritu Santos.
it could be 3 degrees out in a blizzard. He'll be out in the backyard at his fire pit. The man's great. I'll open my daughter's room is right above the furnace area, so it's the hottest room in the house. So we crack her window at night, even in the winter, because she just needs some circulator. She gets really dried out, and bloody noses. It's a pain in the ass at 3:00 in the morning.
Fantastic.
I'll open up her window, and I'm like, Anthony's at the fire pit. I love the man. He's great, and he's got 8 kids, and he's got the best lawn on the block because it's well traveled, apparently. So, I digress. Get back home, and we're unloading the car, and I'm like, why is it so freaking hot in this house? The air should have been on. I look at the thermostat, blank.
Oh,
I'm like, all right, maybe we popped a breaker, circuit. So I go run downstairs. No, nothing. I hit the reset. I go outside. I hit the reset button because I thought maybe the lawn men came again and they freaking, they hit the wire, right? So I'm like, all right. So nothing. Now I'm starting to sweat. Now I need my air conditioner. I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like if the apocalypse ever happens and there's like an EMP blast, I need air conditioning. This is a problem.
not even a fan. It has to be AC.
A fan could blow in my face. That's fine.
Okay.
But I need. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't be stationary. You might be a nomad.
That's true.
But
Well,
when
they
I
sell
sleep,
those
but when I
versions.
sleep at night, I need air conditioning.
Wait till you see what I bought recently that will solve all of that problem.
Okay, if it's a backpack that's an air conditioner, I'll take it. But wait, let me finish.
Okay.
So,
But wait, there's more.
there's more. So I'm like, all right. So we open. I crack open. I have to literally crack open all the windows, in my house. It's a Saturday, so it wasn't so bad. Sunday morning, there wasn't a lot. Obviously, there's no traffic on my street, so I was able to sleep at a decent time. But woke up and I was a little sweaty.
a little swamp.
Now, my basement, where you've been in, was nice and cool. So I told my wife, I said, I can't get a guy to come till Monday. Okay, same guy.
I'll see you Monday.
Same guy. He was away for the day on Sunday. Fine. So he came Monday. I was at work, and another $150 later, there was a wire inside the main unit in the attic. That when he took the cover off or whatever, he said the wire kind of, I guess over time unraveled or whatever.
Okay.
But he goes, I'm glad I went up there. He goes because.
It's a pigsty.
He goes, no, there's really nothing in my attic. But he goes, that thing, whoever set that up, completely wired it wrong. So he had to rewire the whole thing.
Oh, jeez.
Again, charged me just another $150. And came down, literally wrung his shirt out with sweat. He goes, he goes, my recommendation to you, he goes, you need to get an attic fan. Because, but that's like a whole roofing job.
Yeah,
like,
is...
So... I can go to Home Depot tomorrow and buy an attic fan. It's just having someone do it. And we just got the roof, and I really don't want to have to rip it open, but because you never know, you got to get somebody right because you don't want to get a leak. You know. So whatever. That's my next thing, which isn't a huge deal. If it costs me $500, whatever. So that was Monday. I come home, air conditioner's on. I'm very excited, because literally I was walking around in my underwear for 2 days because I'm like, oh yeah, no, the kids were. My daughter is still in therapy because I was just like, no, I'm not having this. Okay, so beat it, bug. So that was Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
My wife had to go out to a PTA, some sort of PTA installation thing.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was a night out with the girls. I go out with my guy friends all the time, so I'm not going to say you can't go out with the girls. I'm not.
Yeah, plus, she's a human being.
Plus, she's, it's not 1950. Hey, dame, get in there and cook me some roast beef. Get my slippers.
I give you a pack of Lucky Strikes.
Get a pack of Lucky Strikes. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend Lucky Strikes.
And I'd say another joke, but we're outside.
Yes. Well, this is a good neighborhood, so keep it clean. So I get the kids. We were going to record Wednesday night, but this is the night we were going to record.
Right, yeah.
So it was just insane. I had a lot to do in the house, and that's why we're recording tonight. So thank God, because she goes, get the kids in the shower. They both need showers, and then just put them to bed. And you have you could whatever. The night's yours. I'll be home at around 11. She leaves. I put my son in the shower. I'm like, you know what? Let me bring some laundry downstairs. Thank God I went downstairs. Thank God I went downstairs because I was also looking for something because I got into a fight with my wife the night before, and I thought she threw something out on my desk that I wanted. So I was kind of looking around on my desk, and I hear water splashing. So I thought Joey was in the shower, and I thought he was just. But I'm like, because I could hear the shower running through the pipes, but this sounds really loud.
Yeah.
So I go into the laundry room, and there's the hose that goes from the washing machine to the it empties out the washing machine. There's an open pipe, and it feeds into that right into the waste the waste pipe. It's overflowing.
Oh Jesus!
I'm like, I go running upstairs. I go, and there's my wife because we're cleaning out the basement. There is a fondue set at the base of the stairs. Which my left foot hits.
Oh, no.
And I go flying into the steps. I go upstairs. I run upstairs.
As if you weren't already stressed enough.
Right, because now water is shooting.
Again.
And the water is shooting out of the basement. Yeah, well, this is after last year's flood.
Exactly.
Okay, 2 years ago. So shooting out of the basement. I go, Joey, shut the shower. And I go, Juliana, help your brother. Help your brother. Get him out of the shower. Get him. And then so
with a pot on your foot.
Well, no, not well. It was in the box, but I hit the box and went flying. So,
you really are Homer Simpson.
It was. You understand? My life is chaos. Okay, eat my shorts, boy. Oh, I found out today a tidbit on The Simpsons. We spoke about this, I think, off camera about when his voice off. Was it the last part we talked about how his voice was different?
Maybe.
Yeah, we did. I found out why. So Joey shuts the shower. I go running downstairs, and there's a whole pile of dirty towels there. So I grab it, and I pull with the towel. I grab the plug for the washing machine because it's getting wet, and I unplug the washing machine. Okay, and the water stops. Okay, so I'm like, mother, my daughter comes down. She's like, ooh, what's this? I go upstairs now. I get on the phone. I call Stephanie. I go, you got to come home. She's like, why? I
call Stephanie. I want to move.
I go, because we got to flood the basement. She's like, she was on her way to the restaurant.
Oh no!
So she turns around, and now, mind you, you know how you added up all your shit. So let's just put the $42,000 aside for the kitchen. Okay, let's just talk about. So far, I'm down $300, right, for the for the HVAC repairs. Okay,
this is all in the last week.
Yeah. Okay, a lot of money changed accounts this week. So I'm clean. So now she comes home. I got the shop vac out already. I'm already sopping up water because I don't want to get the new wood floors all fucked up, So and I think I might have to cut one piece of wood away, but whatever. So now we have to test everything. So I got the shop vac ready. She's going from toilet to toilet to shower, and we're writing down what's causing what.
Yeah.
Okay, kitchen sink not doing anything. It's fine because it wasn't a big trickle of water. We flushed the toilets, nothing. shower, it starts backing up. Okay, so fine. So
the shower backs up.
the shower was
okay.
backing up, but the toilet bowl wasn't. So
Okay.
all right, fine. So. Well, I'll tell you. This will make sense now. It'll make sense if I say. So then, clean up all the water. I go, all right. We call the plumber. He's like, I can come. If I come now, it's going to cost this. If I come tomorrow, it's going to cost this. And I'm like, well, you're coming tomorrow because it's a Sunday night. It's a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
It's like 8:30. Again, nothing happens at 3:00 in the afternoon.
No, not at all.
Because it's nighttime. It's
It's night diff.
Right. So. I'm like, all right, we'll see you tomorrow between 10 to 12. I'm at work. I hadn't have a day off this week because I had to take Saturday off, so I did a day off switch. So I'm working straight from Monday to Saturday.
Oof.
I'm exhausted. Tomorrow I have one more day of work. Sunday's Father's Day. Everybody leave me the fuck alone, okay? I'll tell you about Father's Day. So, okay, so my daughter, I said, all right, the toilet you could use. My daughter... And she's pretty much the reason why the fucking house is clogged because she uses a shitload of toilet paper. Okay.
Well, you got to make sure you clean.
Well, because she likes to hang out in the bathroom for some reason. I don't know why.
I do the same thing. It's
like
weird.
no, she like me. I'm a reader. Fine, I'll read. I'll sit there, read a magazine or whatever. And plus, it's my quiet time. It's escape time. I lock the door. And, where's Frank?
Like at work, I'll take my break. I'll just hang out in the bathroom.
Oh, I get paid
Let me
to take a
rephrase
shit.
that. I just hang out in the toilet.
I get paid to take a shit every day.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta go. You gotta go. My body's trained to go between 12 and 3. Okay, fine. I can't help it.
10 minutes a day. It's a free week off a year.
Don't tell my bosses. So
Where do you go?
I have a church that I go to. Now here's how I'm tying it all in. Wednesday afternoon at work, I took a shit in the church. It didn't go down. I flushed 3 times.
Oh no!
And did not go down.
Oh.
So I said, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned," and I walked out.
Oh, you left the floater.
What was I going to do? No, I didn't leave a floater. I left a volcano. Okay, I apologize. All right, listen, I did 5 Hail Marys in
Even
the act of
Lucifer
contrition.
himself wouldn't have done
But
that.
what happens Wednesday night? My house floods. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, that was payback. I desecrated a church. He desecrated my house. Okay, my daughter flushes. Now I'm downstairs. I'm surrounded by water. I got to pee. Okay, so I flushed the toilet bowl twice in the basement. Nothing happened, right? Why? Because it was just water. My daughter goes upstairs, drops a Duke.
Yeah.
I go downstairs at the same time, not knowing.
Oh.
I flush the toilet. She flushes her toilet within 30 seconds of each other. Kaplow! I mean, it just fucking backed up all over the area I just cleaned.
Oh, jeez.
I just cleaned. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, nobody do a goddamn thing. I'm like, toilet paper. Shit. I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, okay. So now, thankfully, I showered.
Yeah.
But now I need another shower
Yeah.
because I got the gloves on. I'm clean. I clean. I go, you're putting yourselves to bed. Don't talk to me. I hate everyone. I'm like, okay, now Wednesday, I just. Okay, so Thursday, the guy comes, fixes it. There was a. Now, it's old wrought iron pipes. Okay. Inside the pipes, like a little piece of the metal could like rot away, but it'll bend down a little, as it's rotting. Now, one piece of paper gets caught on that, it sticks to it.
Yeah.
And then another, and then another. And basically it's like plaque on a hard valve. It just blocks it, okay? So this is what happened. So he had to unscrew the main waste pipe, which I did once years ago when we had a clog. Okay, me and my buddy did it with the big old wrench that you see on that you see on oil rigs.
My dad still has those. We would have to link them up like 6 or 7. I'd be on the other.
What?
Thought I saw someone in the window.
It's probably my wife or my daughter. So, Candyman.
Freaked me out.
So,
I'd be on the other side of the basement, turn.
No, this is one of those it's like a giant monkey wrench that you have to. You need 2 people to turn to get these valves off.
Oh,
so,
I'm thinking of something else. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
The
No, this
snake.
is a giant monkey wrench that you just goes on, and you just. But it's big. You need a. That is my daughter. She's in the playroom. Why? What time? It's 10 o'clock at night. Oh, it's Friday. Hi.
Freaking me out.
Yeah, no, she's watching. My wife let her stay up to watch a movie in the living room because
Still freaked me out.
She's probably going to be having a camp out in the living room.
I'm going to be having a nightmare tonight. So.
Yeah, you might be going through the backyard, so because you're not going to step over my daughter in the living room. So I'll end up falling on my face as I trip, go across the living room floor afterwards. So what was it? Where was I? Oh, the big valve.
Yeah.
So I did this years ago, and I almost passed out because of the smell. Okay, because it's all pure waste,
Yeah.
So I just went down there and looked actually to see his handiwork, and I have these 2 beautiful new valves now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
Valves.
$253 later. Okay. For about an hour's worth of work, because my wife called me when he got there.
doing the wrong thing.
I said the same thing. I go, I'm in the wrong goddamn business. My wife called me when he got there, and then she called me when he leaves because I had to move money over to cover the check. That I which I have to put back into my son's saving account. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, this podcast better start making some fucking money real soon because, all right, people, we're getting a Kickstarter. That's it. I decided we're doing a Kickstarter.
What kind of rewards can we possibly offer on Kickstarter?
I'll give you free plugs. You can have lunch with us. I mean, whatever. I mean,
can you imagine having lunch with us? Oh my God, that would be kind of cool. Maybe I'll bid.
Well, anyway, we have enough family and friends who should give us money. Okay,
That's true.
So that was the $300 for the central air and another $350 for this. So and it's only Friday.
Yeah,
it's only Friday. So
Not
yeah.
bad.
So that's that. That was my house falling apart. Then, speaking of shit, about an hour before you get here, I'm doing some show prep. Okay.
Okay.
And my wife takes the kids out to the high school track.
Okay.
That's right around, and they're running around on their bikes and their roller skates or whatever.
Running around on their bikes. Okay.
Well, riding around. I'm sorry, on the bikes. And all of a sudden, I'm in the living room and I hear the Ring doorbell go.
Oh yeah.
No, but like someone that there's motion.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I look up and my son comes running in. He's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, he's got his bike helmet on, and he's like, "I gotta poop! I gotta poop! I gotta poop!" So I'm like, "All right, so go." So he comes in and then he leaves the door open, which drives me nuts because the central air is on, and I'm
Which
like,
just got fixed.
You just got fixed. So he goes in, the bathroom door slams open, boom, hits the wall. I'm like, "Well, there's another cracked tile," and then I hear him, and then he, "Oh, dang it." I go. Now I'm literally just typing out what do you want to call this, the prep work for the show, prep sheet, and our outline, and I go, "What happened?" He goes, "I had an accident." I go, "All right." I go, "Not, look, I don't get mad at him for that, I go,
That's funny because people hate it when I do
I go, "Well, you're 38, so I go, what happened?" He goes, "I had to poop real bad." I go, now it's a whole different ballgame. I go, is the accident pee or poop, Joe? He goes, poop. I go, oh, man. So I get up. And I go into the bathroom, and he's sitting on the toilet bowl. Okay. Shorts around his ankles, bike helmet on. Okay. And I'm like, part of me goes, this is a Mr. Mom moment. And there's a giant turd on the rug. Not even on the tile, on the rug. And in his shorts. Okay? So I'm like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, you're going to be here in like 15 minutes. I'm like, in 20 minutes. This happened a half an hour before. I'm like, I'm looking at the time. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I'm never getting this done. I'm not going to have anything for the show. So little I know, the show is happening right before my eyes. So I hear my daughter outside, and I go, "Stephanie, get in here now." She's like, I go, "We got a situation." I'm like, so I come to the door, and
code B.
We got a code brown. We got a code brown. So she comes in, and I go look in the bathroom. She's like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, an accident." I go look in the bathroom. So she goes, I'm in the living room, and I got my fingers like to the bridge of my nose, and I'm just like, I can't. I just need a vacation away from everyone. And she goes, "Oh man, come on, Joe." He goes, "I had an accident." She goes, "You couldn't get it on the tile." Well, it's just a mat, it's a bathroom mat, but still, So I'm like, all right. I'm like, thankfully I have my slippers on. I get like a ton of toilet paper. Well, first of all, I clean up I get my son off the toilet. I had to wipe his ass, which I haven't done in since he had diapers, and then I notice that it's in his shorts and it's on his leg and all over the toilet bowl.
Oh wow!
So
I've been there, done that.
I literally pick him up and I lift him over the rug, and I go, "He's yours. I got this. I'm like, because I'm not doing this alone. So I get out the Clorox wipes. First of all, I grab the shit off the rug with a giant thing of toilet paper, and I plop it in the toilet.
That's how I clean up after the dogs at my cousin's.
But wait, I'm still scared to flush the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Because of 2 days ago.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm afraid of paper.
Have you not shit in a couple of days?
At church. At
Oh,
work.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
You understand? I'm afraid to turn the air conditioner on. I'm afraid to shit. I'm afraid to do a little. Every time we run the water, I run downstairs and stare at the pipe.
As soon as the wall starts
I
bleeding.
stare at the pipe to make sure no. I'm like this. I flush the toilet. I go, Juliana, my daughter. I go, run downstairs. Let's look at the pipe because I'm covered in shit. You know. I'm like, and she's like, and I hear from the basement. She goes, we're good. I'm like, all right, get up here. So she gets up. So Stephanie's cleaning Joey. She's taking his clothes off. She's like, just throw these underwear out. So I have a shopping bag, from the supermarket, and I throw all the wipes in there. I throw his underwear in there. I go, throw his shorts in there. Throw the rug in there. You know what? Throw him in there. I go, I'm done. I am done. I need liquor now. So,
We should get some whiskey.
I got some inside if you want. We put it in your water.
Make this episode quite interesting.
Hey, everybody. How are you, Larry? It's like a drunk Harry Carey.
Stuff.
So,
giving away pod secrets.
I had to clean the toilet. I cleaned the boy. I cleaned the rug. And then I go, oh, this is going on the podcast. And my wife goes, you're not going to embarrass yourself on the podcast. I go, this is gold. Quiet woman. I didn't say quiet woman. Yeah. So that was 20 minutes before the
We've
show.
all had those moments.
Yeah.
I mean, no one got to clean me.
Here's the deal. I decided, and it's going in my will, okay, and my living will. I do not want to be put into a home. Okay. When I am a crazy old man in 3 years, I do not want to be put into a home. I want to be a burden on my children. One of them or their live-in Jamaican nurse will be changing my diaper when I'm a crazy old 93-year-old. Sons of bitches, get off my lawn, you rat bastards. Back in WW3, you know what I did, you sons of bitches?
WW3.
That's right. I fought the Koreans and the Russians and the liberals.
That's with our friends in North Korea.
Little Rocket Man is my buddy, okay? I still can't do that Trump impression.
No.
I got to work on it.
Next time he comes over, he'll
Yeah.
help me with it.
You know, we should probably have like his music. Hail
to the Chief.
Right? Hail to the Chief, right. We should have his music for when he comes.
Oh, absolutely. But we never know when he shows up.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's the magic of editing.
All right.
You know, we could always edit it in
True.
afterwards, right? I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be.
You know, a little respect for
Absolutely.
DJT45 at USA.gov.
It took me forever to figure that one out.
So that was my that was a very interesting day.
Talking about you want to talk? It's a lot. We've been criticized about how
you and I
we've maybe veered off the road from the original concept of the podcast.
Choose complained?
No, not at all.
Who?
Okay, it's for the bit. Anyway. Goodbye, fourth wall. So,
we still need to work on our improv skills, ladies and gentlemen. It's only one class, all right?
Where life married versus life single. You make a very good point, as I often have been thinking about it lately. Where in my elder years, yes, you will have two people who will be able to look after you, take care of you, maybe even shelter you if need be. Where I will be found dead in someone else's house.
You will be
Who
in a
knows
home.
how long
You'll
after.
be in a home surrounded by a Funko Pop
I won't.
and a Bootio.
I'll be in home
and your
not
belts.
a
No,
home.
you'll be in a home, a state-run facility.
Kidding me? I can't afford that.
You have insurance, don't you?
I do, but who knows what it pays for?
You'll be in a state-run
You'll probably get a
facility,
room.
like American Horror Story Institution or whatever.
Honestly, I
and
honestly
Pepper.
wonder how many days after I'm dead will I be found in wherever I'm living.
I'm going to go with 6.
I'm thinking at least.
Yeah, because
4
you know what's
days.
going to happen? We're going to be on episode 142 of the podcast, and I'm going to be like, where the hell's Larry? He should have been here by now.
Sucks. That's going to be like in 2 years.
No, it's 26.
At the rate I'm going.
Wait, 26.
That will be, yeah.
52. That's about 4 years from now. All right.
Again, at the rate I'm going, most likely that will still be
hopefully
true.
by then we'll have we'll be famous and have studios, and you can have a personal assistant. I'm hiring one.
Or a hua.
I'm actually putting out a.
You were talking about that.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm putting out a
Craigslist.
Yeah,
Careful, it depends on what.
Hey, mailman, I've been waiting for you. That's a callback to episode 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Episode 5, top 5.
Top 5. Okay, so funny thing happened, and I sent you the text. It's no secret. I am a huge fanboy of Adam Carolla.
Oh yes.
Okay,
yes.
And I find this a little weird. Now, if you know Adam Carolla and if you listen to his
Personally?
podcast, I mean, if you know of him and you listen to his podcast, he always talks about his buddy Ray. Ray is his childhood friend who he grew up with, who pulled pranks on him and worked with him on many projects, even had a podcast with him. But Ray is a bit of a slacker, okay? And Ray slacker. And Ray, his name is Ray Oldhofer. That's his name.
That's a great name.
Yeah, and he was on his TV show.
The Man Show?
No, it was Adam Carolla builds stuff live with friends. It was a really stupid. It was a stupid name on purpose, but he in an hour he would build like a treehouse or something or whatever. And Ray was his little assistant. Ray refused to go to improv classes. Ray brought nothing to the show, and that's why But Adam cut Ray loose. Yeah. He's like, I'm done. For 40 years, I've told you what to do to succeed, and you still have your mother's credit card, and he's like I said, I know all about this because I listen to the show every day. So I followed Ray on Twitter about a year ago. He doesn't really tweet, but I didn't. I still have to work on my Instagram game. Okay, my personal Instagram page. Mm-hmm. The other day, I get the notices on my phone. Somebody likes two of my pictures. Now, in 3-4 years I've been on Instagram, I probably have 20 pictures. Top 20.
You're not a big Instagrammer.
30 pictures top. I kind of forget about it because I'm old and I'm into Facebook. Mm-hmm. Okay, I wish I had my MySpace page back. So, MySpace was so great. Well, I'm sorry. You could buy your friends.
You can rank them. Remember?
You can rank, yeah.
Able to rank
them,
yeah.
If you move that ranking, you got a phone call. What do you mean I'm number 4?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't show up to my birthday. So you're back. You're lucky in the top 8.
You don't have the Hooters.
The top 8, or was it top 10 or whatever it was? Remember that?
I think it was like 4, then it expanded to 8 or something.
Right,
like
and
that.
then it was like, hey, listen to this song on my MySpace page.
You were able to upload.
Hey,
songs,
Rocky Raccoon.
And everyone was friends with Tom.
Yeah. I tried to unfriend Tom many times, but you couldn't.
Oh, I tried to block Zuckerberg. That
yeah,
didn't work out.
Zuckerberg. Anyway, so I checked my Instagram, and it says Ray Oldhofer likes 2 of my pictures.
Wow.
One is of a pizza that I made, and one is of my daughter holding up her hand that's painted like a American flag.
Oh, cool.
Now, it was Flag Day yesterday.
Yes, it was.
Now, I don't know if there's some crazy algorithm that shows flags and my kid popped, but I wasn't following him. I wasn't following him on Instagram because I didn't know he was on Instagram. So I checked to see if it was a real, if it was like like some Russian on Instagram. If it was like some Russian, model or something, you like
I don't
sex?
Think it would be a model.
Right. So I click on it, and it's Ray Oldhofer. It's just host of the Do Tell Ray podcast, which he has a podcast now.
Do Tell Ray.
Well, because Adam Carolla would have these parties called DTRs, Don't Tell Ray. Because Ray would show up to these parties and he would throw a grand piano through someone's window, for fun, So it was a DT. If there was a certain part of DTR, Don't Tell Ray. So the name of his podcast was Do Tell Ray. Right. Makes sense. And it's Adam Carolla, friend, and I'm like, how is he? And I there's no conceivable way. I look through all the people I follow, and I'm like, and I do follow some of.
Do you follow Adam Carolla?
I do follow Adam Carolla. I do follow some of the cats.
Well.
Some of the crew,
them, but it's not like they're following you.
They're not following me, right? So his sidekick, his little sidekick, and his co-host, and the weather, the news girl, they're all on Instagram. I follow them, but none of them follow me, which actually hurts my feelings. But anyway, how is he looking at? How is he able to see my pictures?
How old is the pizza picture?
The pizza picture is old. The pizza picture is like a couple of years old,
which meant he would have had to go back.
And the picture of my daughter is probably from last year's Flag Day, so it's a year old.
Oh, okay,
it's a year old. So how is Adam Carolla's friend who lives on the West Coast liking my pictures? Is there some sort of, now you know more about computers and the internet than I do. Is there some sort of algorithm that like it suggests me as a friend or because of who I follow?
Have you tagged Adam Carolla in pictures and stuff?
Possibly. I have to go through my 22 pictures on Instagram or whatever.
That or maybe just with a response.
I know
or
I
something?
tagged when I did the studio over and I painted it the Rangers colors. I put it on Instagram and I tagged the New York Rangers in it. And I got a few followers who I don't know.
That's something different.
They're
that's the only way I can think of is if you tagged Carolla and then just kind of work back from there.
I don't know, but all I know is that I like.
But
to
that
believe,
is cool.
I like to believe that Adam Carolla is secretly stalking my page and
That works.
listens to the podcast. So
That works.
So in my heart of a dream of dreams, I'm like, thank you, Mr. Carolla. You're my inspiration. And
hope against hope.
please, if you'd like to have me on your show one day, I'll work for you for free. Or peanuts, and I'll do whatever you want because I really don't want to live in mail anymore. Because I almost got hit by a lady today.
Did you really?
By her.
In or out?
I was
of the car?
driving to the church to go to the bathroom, and she comes
that's a
flying
starter
out of her
rule.
driveway and literally almost broadsided my mail truck. Now, I
Nick,
slammed on the
Nick.
brakes,
Yeah.
and all my mail slid forward.
Oh, that sucks.
And I wanted to curse this woman out to no end, but we're not allowed to curse at the public anymore. That's frowned upon. So I just looked at her and I gave her the, like the, De Niro when he's looking at the, when he points his fingers to his eyes, I go, hello, and she's like, what? And I'm like, I know where you live now. I know where you live. You're not getting mail tomorrow. She's not my customer, but I wanted to strangle, and then I did double flush today in the bathroom. So
God thanks you.
well, I don't want any more bad juju on my house, so I'm watching the fire pit closely. I'm like, all right, it's definitely far enough away from the house. So and which is great. That Duraflame is an hour and a half log, so it should go out in an hour and a half.
And your logs are usually about an hour and a half.
They're about as wide as that Duraflame. So,
yeah, I flush like a fiend at work.
Oh my God! Can I tell you what happened?
Because twice in my life, at work, I've
That's my
had the
biggest
toilet
fear.
overflow.
It's my biggest fear.
Hold on, twice. It happened once, like my first year I was there, and then 10 years later, I go back to that department, same stall, and it happened to me again. But this time now, since in those 10 years, they've installed automatic flushes.
Okay.
Now, you can manually do it.
Yes, the little button on the
honestly,
side.
I look, it's going to get a little graphic here, folks.
No, it's
but
fine.
really, it's kind of like a plop.
We talked about my son shitting all over my
plop,
bathroom.
flush, plop, flush.
Okay.
Wipe, flush, wipe, flush, wipe, flush. I'm constantly flushing. Hold on. So, and when I'm in the stall, when I have no choice and it's the only stall that's available, I'll go in, I'll flush, and I have to wait to hear the, like when it does like the ba whoosh. I'm waiting for the whoosh.
Do you realize how scared I am to go to the bathroom in my own home right now because of what happened the other day?
So I go, I flush, I just hear the ba, no whoosh. I'm like,
Ba whoosh.
uh-oh. And I'm
Ruh-roh.
now luckily I was already at the tail end of the wipe phase.
Ugh.
So everything was pretty much good to go. So I'm like, oh no. So I stand up, and as I can see, it's like brim level. Hasn't come out yet, but it's brim level. I'm like, oh shit. No pun intended.
Wait. What's
like
brim level?
it's
above the
level.
water.
The water level. It's not overflowing, but it's like right there. Yeah, in the toilet.
Oh boy.
Now, as I realize this, who decides to come into the bathroom?
Your boss.
The maintenance guy, the janitor,
Oh.
who's there to clean the bathroom anyway. And I'm like, oh.
Now you're stuck.
I don't want to do this to this guy.
Because you...
No, here's the problem now. When I stood up, and I'm still in the stall. So the door's closed, but I'm still in the stall. But when I stepped away, the automatic flush went off. So that was it. Now it's game over. Now it's overflowing. There's no choice. So now
I would have climbed through the ceiling tiles to leave.
So now I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I'm so sorry. Because it's just me and the janitor now.
He's like, you mother...
And he was in there just to do a regular maintenance clean.
Not anymore.
I'm like, I am so sorry. Then he goes, why'd you flush again? I'm like, it wasn't me. It was the automatic flush. It wasn't me. So then I just so what do? I just go over, I wash my hands real quick. I get my paper towel. I'm like,
see you later.
Have a good day.
After this, have a good day.
Please, some of the stuff I've seen in the bathroom at work.
Listen, first of all, come work at the post office, okay? Okay, you're in corporate, okay, at least, okay? There's some decorum. People are higher values of life.
Not in the bathroom. There's no decorum.
Listen, first of all, I don't know if you know my whole bathroom issue. Do you know the story of my history of bathroom?
It's good ice. It's actually lasted this whole time.
It's from the refrigerator.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
I don't know why
that's
ice
all
in the
I
fridge.
want. That's all I. No. That's the automatic, like the ice cube dispenser. That's all I ever wanted in life. I could check that off my bucket list is to have a crushed ice maker.
I was gonna say, does it cube and crush?
Yes, it does. Oh. Yes, which comes in handy with the Snoopy snow cone machine that we have. So,
where'd you get a Snoopy snow cone machine from?
Oh, we got it at Toys
Is it
R
an
Us.
OG?
No, it's not OG.
Oh.
No, it's old plastic. The blades, I could put my finger across the blade.
No,
and
not like the old
nothing.
ones.
No, the other thing, you could lose you could cut open a vein.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, my whole life, I've had issues with public bathrooms. I have to go at home base, or the facsimile of home base.
Agreed.
So if I was upstate at my dad's house, that's home base.
Yeah.
If I was at my dad's work, that I could accept that.
Okay.
You know, public bathrooms, I have a big problem with. So like road trips, rest stops. If I'm the only one in the bathroom, I will go. The second someone walks in,
yeah,
I will not move.
Yeah,
I will not move.
Your O-ring just
I will
seals
no.
up.
I will not move. I will literally. You won't even know I'm there. Okay, like I'm serious. Like unless you try and open up the stall, you will not know I'm there. I just have this thing about that's my private time. Okay, and like I'll go to a place and before I do anything, I'll assess the bathroom. Perfect example. My cousin Frankie, his first wedding. Okay, El Carib. Okay, I ate like an animal. I was a disgusting slob. I was a mess of myself. Okay. What am my first mistake? I didn't check out the bathroom. There's an attendant in there.
Oh yeah.
That to me, that's a no. Okay, what do you see? Is the mist? Is there a giant
Mothra's fighting Rodan right now?
So it's towards the end of the night. The Vietnamese hours is coming out, right? I always call it the Vietnamese hour. So, and I'm starting to get a pain. I'm in my side. I'm like, I gotta go. I really gotta go to the bathroom. So my wife's going, go to the bathroom. I'm like, I can't. I go, you know my issues. Okay. So she's like, just get over it. I go, there's a bathroom attendant in there. I go, I don't know what's coming out of me, and I don't need to face this guy eye to eye.
That's a tip.
Well, I can't face this guy eye to eye. My brother goes, stop being a pussy, goes to the bathroom, takes his shit, and comes back and goes, look, I'm done. You know what? I'm dripping sweat. You know what I did? I went to the bathroom. I assessed the situation, okay? I was like, I can't do this. Now, first mistake, going into the bathroom, your ass knows it's by a toilet. It knows.
It's like when you're about to
Get
enter
home.
your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Now try living in an apartment where I had to climb 13 steps. When I got to that first step, I'm like holding onto the wall, ripping the banister off, you know. So I go, Stephanie, I'll be right back. I run to the valet. My sister was at the wedding. I said, I'm going to your house to take a shit. I'm going to your house to take a shit.
No, you didn't.
Well, actually, the wedding was actually ending, and I couldn't. I lived in Long Island.
Yeah.
You know, or we go. I might have. No. I was married already, so I lived in Long Island. So I had to go back to Long Island. I go, I'm not making it to Long Island. I go to my sister who lives in Marine Park. I go, I'm going to your house, and she's like, for what? I go, I gotta take a shit. She goes, there's a bathroom right here. I go, no, there isn't. Because my sister's house is a facsimile of home. Because I know if I go down into her basement, I'll be left alone. I could do my damage and clean up afterwards and then leave. Okay?
Oh, man.
So and my wife's like, I guess you're never going to eat like that again. Oh, no. Don't be crazy, woman. Okay? I have this issue. I remember when I used to work production, I was working up in North New Jersey for BMW. Okay? And this guy, Greg, I'll give him a shout out. Awesome Sounds Productions. He's a sound guy.
Wants a shout out during a shit moment. Yeah.
Well, this is. I went to high school and college with Greg.
Oh.
Didn't know him till I started working with him.
Really?
When we started working in the public sector, for production. He was a sound guy. I was like a grip and a teleprompter guy. So, but we used to both lived in Brooklyn, so we used to drive to shoots together because we were on a lot of the same shoots. So, we're working for BMW, and I made the mistake of on the way up telling him my bathroom problem. Okay, now in the BMW, it was their corporate offices. the bathroom was interior bathroom, no windows, and it had one of those motion lights, like you had to move to like the light go on. You know.
Yeah.
So we're in there, but you could also manually shut the light off. It had like a click button,
Okay.
right? So we're in there, we're talking, and I go in first. I gotta take a shit, so I go and okay. He comes in. He's like, he used to call me Frankie Five Angels or Frankie Five Elevators because one time we were working together and I was walking by. Every time I walked by the elevator, it opened. So he kept calling me Frankie Five Elevators. So he's like, Frankie Five Elevators. What are you doing? You taking a shit? I go, yeah. I go, could you leave me alone?
Yeah,
I'm
don't
like,
talk. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't. The last thing I want to do is have a conversation about sports or this is my alone time. Leave me. So he goes, all right. And I hear him going with the thing, and the water goes on, and I'm like, don't do it. In my head, I'm like, don't do it. And then, boom, I get nailed in the head with a wet paper towel. And he's like, did I get you? I'm like, Greg, I'm begging you. He's like, all right, fine, I'll leave. He leaves. He shuts the light out. There's no windows, mind you, okay? There's no windows. So it's pitch black, and this was before, like, smartphones.
Yeah.
So I just had my, like, flip phone, and I'm trying to put the light on. Now, try imagine I'm wiping my ass to the. Granted, look, I could do it in the dark, okay? But I need to know if
you're done or not. Yeah.
Right. Side note: what's worse, water hitting your a-hole or your hand going through the paper?
Oh, hand going through the paper. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes I kind of like the little water.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's
you
like,
know how many times I keep thinking about
it's a
buying
kiss from
one of
an
those-
angel.
One of those little bidets.
It's a kiss from an angel.
Absolutely. What do they call it? The
Bidet.
tushy
Bidets.
something like it's a mat. You could hook it up right to your
What?
any computer, any toilet.
No, but you know what I did have for my toilet for my kid when he first got potty trained? The light that went on. The toilet bowl would light different colors. Oh, it was great. It was like something out of The Exorcist or something. You would just see this purple light coming out of the toilet. And every time it was motion sensitive. So every time you walked by the bathroom, it was a different color light. So
You know what broke my habit of going to the bathroom in public? College. Dorming in college. Because dorming in college, it was a communal bathroom.
Oh no!
No.
No.
I
I would get an apartment. No, I would never go to the bathroom. You don't understand? I would find a bathroom that no one knew about, like a
Trust me.
coffee shop or something. No.
I had just the
Nope.
same fear as you.
Nope.
And I'm like, all right, well, I'm
Never.
going to be here for 4 years.
No.
So what I did was, though,
Sorry.
my compromise was I always took the last stall. Because that way, A, there's only one person next to me, worst case scenario. I have a solid wall on the other side of me.
I'm going to change your life for right now. Statistically proven, the stall used least, closest to the door. It's the
I can
cleanest.
see that. One of the best public bathrooms, I guess you can call it a public bathroom, the Borgata in Atlantic City.
Okay.
Love it. I usually use it even more than the hotel one.
Couple real quick, and then we'll get to old news. Plaza Hotel in the city. Okay, I did a shoot there with Donald Trump. As a matter of fact,
Nice.
one of the, and their bathrooms, floor to ceiling doors. The stalls.
Ooh.
Okay, beautiful.
Why is there a
hardwood
gap?
hardwood door with a
Ah.
brass handle. Okay, floor to ceiling. I was like, I laid back. I was like leaning back. Okay, now, okay, today, I'm in my case throwing mail, right, and I let one rip, and then I'm like, oh, it was bad. I was like, oh my God. And then of course, I'm like, come on, man, who the hell did that? I'm like, you guys disgust. I'm like, who the? Because just so happened as I did it, a clerk ran by.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I go, did you see what he did? It must have been him, right?
Hashtag drive-by.
Meanwhile, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom at work. I don't ever go to the bathroom at work. Okay,
Can
so
imagine what those stalls
I'm
look
thinking,
like.
I'm like, all right, oh no, it's gross. Okay, and I'm like,
The look on Frank's face just then.
no.
Look,
Well,
I'm going to
because-
pull the curtain back a little bit. Sometimes we giggle at each other, we're laughing, we're having a good time. Frank was serious for those 2 seconds.
No,
when he said,
it was like the look I had on my face was like after the second tower fell. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm comparing it to that. Okay, so listen, it's many years later. Okay, so I'm trying to get. I'm like, all right, if I can get to the street, I'll deliver like 1 or 2 streets. I know my body. I can make it 1 or 2 streets, and then I'll go to the bathroom at the church. I'll pray to God that I don't destroy their bathroom again. So
lesson learned.
the bathroom down. There's 2 bathrooms at the post office. The one downstairs, I don't even. I pee. I'm peeing 4 feet from the urinal. It's disgusting because the janitor doesn't do it. He hasn't lifted a finger in 40 years. He's like a silverback gorilla, and he's a moron. We call him Silverback. He's just something wrong. I don't know, whatever. But I was gonna make him a character on the show, but Stephanie told me not to. So
Damn liable.
he doesn't even know what the internet is. He doesn't. He doesn't. He just got a flip phone for
Some
19.
people are better off.
Yeah, I wish I didn't know what the internet is. So I go up. I'm like, I'm not making it. I have to go upstairs. And I mean, I'm feeling like I'm in pain. I'm like, so I'm putting the paper down, and I don't even like that thing that seat pull.
Oh,
seat
I never
cover.
use that thing. No.
But the paper, every time I ripped the paper, it kept ripping. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I had to put it down. I put it down, and then I put paper over it, and then I also put over where the front is.
Yeah.
Because it's got that little
The little flap.
because God forbid my
It's got like a
my
tampon flap.
God forbid my pee-pee touches the porcelain. I don't want I'm trying.
Good for you, first of all.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't want it to touch the porcelain. I'm like, because that creeps me out. It skeeves me out. I work with some dirty people. Okay.
Wait till you hear my wipe
wait,
down routine. Not on me, but on the bowl.
I just go, and as I'm doing, I'm flush, because the smell that happened in my case, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm like, this is horrible. I'm like, flush, at least 4 times, and I'm just like, then I'm like, I got to get out of here before
like you're
someone.
priming
I
it.
got to get out of here before somebody comes in, So still a little hint of smell. Somebody comes in, my feet go right up. Okay, and I'm like, now I'm
Like
lucky.
into your body.
I'm lucky because outside of that first stall is like a utility cabinet. So if you walk in, you can't see feet.
Okay.
Okay. So I put my feet up. I'm not lying to you. I put my feet up, and I'm dead silent. Okay. And I'm like this, and I'm like dripping with sweat. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get back to work. I'm like. Finally, that person leaves. I finish. I clean up. I go down. I wash my hands. I go downstairs, and I'm like, all right, all mail's up. You guys could leave. So I'm like, I'm ready to leave. I go, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, that was a horrible situation. I've had a few other ones, but I don't like public bathrooms, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll grab and then we'll move on. Just a stack of toilet paper. I'll go over to the sink, run the water on it. So I used to use that just to wipe down the bowl. Because I don't use, like you said, I don't use the sanitary thing. Yeah. But
I've done full blown cleaning.
But then now I'll wipe down the thing, but then I'll put soap on it. Then I'll
wow.
Yeah. So now I'm really getting to work.
Okay.
And if there's only like one stall left, and because I got to walk in and then walk out, if someone else is walking in, I got to rush to get back into the stall so they don't take it from me because they'll hijack it. Because they've been working on the bathrooms.
Right.
They've
right.
been
So
renovating.
let me ask you a question: have you faced the janitor at your job since then?
Oh, yeah, it is months ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever cried in a bathroom? Not from being raped or anything, but I mean, like you had to go. Have you ever had to go so bad that you had no choice but to use the bathroom that was so bad, and you're going to know the bathroom because I'm sure you've been in it.
Oh, absolutely. I told the story, I think, on the podcast before when we went for whose bachelor party? The one.
Oh,
that
yes, yeah.
When you fell off the stool.
Yeah.
We went. I walk in. I have no choice. This is in Staten Island, as far from home as possible.
Oh, yeah.
It's a strip club. I walk in. First thing I realize, no lock on the door.
Well, there's a difference between gentleman's club, which is where I had my bachelor party, and a strip club.
Yeah,
there's two different things.
Yeah,
this
was a strip club.
Jates.
Yeah. So there was no lock on the door. Now this is to this point. This is like no, like Back to the Future 3. It's that point of no return.
Right.
Like you're going.
Right.
So I'm like, this is happening. So
it always comes back to the Future.
It does. No lock on the door. I'm like, all right, I can deal with that. I'll just put my foot up. I turn around.
Or at least a hand.
Very little toilet paper. I'm like, okay.
I can make this work.
This is going to be dangerous. I turn around. There's no seat. I'm like, this is not happening. It just can't.
Okay.
Can't and then that's when I went back. I went back to the bar. I sat there. Literally, I got a grimace on my face like sitting like this. Like the girls are walking by and I'm just ignoring them.
Leave me alone.
Because I am just tight. I am just every hole.
Jeez, thank God I didn't drive you home that night.
And of all people, I decide to tell what happened.
Rippo.
Who comes over? No, he wasn't there this time. Who comes over? Verdi's like, why are you so upset? Why are you so cranky? I'm like, here's what I tell him.
Mistake number one.
He starts laughing. Then he slaps me in the stomach.
Yep, that's our friend. That's our bestie.
And then it just ended up. Luckily, it worked itself back into my body.
Right.
So then I have to
sometimes that happens.
for
You get a little. It's like the governor gave you a reprieve. I was about 10 or 11 years old in Kings Plaza.
Ooh,
Nathan's in Kings Plaza.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's
and I was with I believe I was with my sister and her boyfriend, who's now her husband now. Got to be,
That was before they renovated it, so it had to be 100 years ago.
Yeah, there was the puppy store right next door to it. Yeah, okay.
And the
arcade.
No. Well, the arcade.
Roy Rogers. There was a Roy Rogers. in there.
No. It was the like the 1 hour photo.
Yes.
And you're able to see the people's photos.
Right. Coming
These
out of the
private moments, just coming
out of the
window.
machine. Oh, there's someone naked. You know, what's that leather mask? You know,
that's called a ball gag, son.
Oh, I got a cramp. I'm old.
Oh boy.
So I had to go. You know, I probably had about three hot dogs from Nathan's. You know, whatever. And I was with my sister. I have to go to the bathroom. She's like, I'm like, and she's like, oh, come on, really? We're not going home. You know, she knows. So I'm like, I go into the Nathan's bathroom of Kings Plaza.
Those were ugly.
No door on any of the stalls.
Ooh.
None. One, there's no toilet bowl.
Was it a hole in the floor like in
No,
Vietnam?
it was just out of order. There was just like a pipe with a cap on it. And I go to the next one, and it was not clean. It was not clean at all. And I had to do, I guess what women do is that squat.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And
that's actually healthier for you.
Well, let me tell you, I realized how strong my thigh muscles were, but because you're contracting your thigh muscles at the same time you're trying to let them go because you're trying to poop.
Well, that's with the squatty potty.
Yeah, well, it was uncomfortable and it was filthy, and I remember crying. I cried. I came out crying to my sister, and she said, "What happened?" I go, "I just got scared." She goes, "Did somebody do something?" I'm like, "No, the bathroom was just really
Someone
bad."
did something, but before I got there,
I wouldn't go in there now. Because I destroyed it more.
One time.
So
I'm sorry, last story, then we'll move on.
Yeah, because we got to get some old
I walked into the bathroom at work, and I had to do a double take. I looked at the there was only one stall left. I walked into it. I looked. I mean, it was like someone had a like shot a balloon from a what do you call that thing?
A gun.
No. A
crossbow.
No.
An arrow.
No, what kids have them.
Kids have
slingshot. Like someone
shoot your eye out, kid.
Took a balloon full of shit with a slingshot and just hit the back wall.
Yeah.
The only way this could have happened is if someone actually stood on the bowl.
Yeah.
Bent over.
I think it might have been my friend Angelo because he did this in college. He did this in high school.
It was, but I walk it literally. I look at it.
It was like an art piece.
I look at it. I literally backed out, kind of looked around, and went back in to make sure I knew what I was looking at. And I'm like, what just happened here? This is ridiculous.
People are animals.
I walk out about a half hour later. I hear some people going, "Did you see what happened in the bathroom?"
Yeah, something very similar happened at Bishop Ford High School my senior year. It's like I said, someone sat on the bowl and just aimed for the back wall. And I'm like, this is why I'll never be a custodian ever. Because someday, I'm going to have to deal with that.
Man, someone's had to clean that.
But I just did tonight with my son.
I stared in the eyes of the person who had to clean up after me when the toilet overflowed. And I'm just like, have a good day as I go back to my higher paid job.
I actually have another one, but I really
This is a way to start year 2.
Yeah.
Is with all the shit
with a shit story. Anyway, let's
get
move
some.
on. Remind me to tell you the Beefsteak Charlie story.
I am never going to remember,
Okay,
but
yeah,
Beefsteak Charlie's. I'll remember that.
Yeah, there was one on Long Island. That's why there's no more on Long Island because I got violently sick.
Second time I'm talking about Beefsteak Charlie's.
Yeah, well,
in a week.
Schwed.
Yeah, I think it's time for some old news.
Hold on a second. Sorry, it's my house. I could do it. I got that right into the fire pit. It's time for some old news.
Get off my lawn!
So we have 2 articles this evening for old news.
Right.
So I'm going to leave out the first 2.
The geographical location?
I want you to guess the state,
the geographical location,
the geographical location. So, but the teacher's name is priceless.
Okay.
Blank blank teacher Kayla Sprinkles accused of having sex with student.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Now, she's, let's scroll up. I'll show you. This is from abcnews.com, so it's legit.
Oh.
Not bad. Look, blue-eyed blonde.
Oh, shit.
She's
She's
a little
cute.
like
that is the definition of crazy eyes.
She looks,
first of all.
yeah, she's got the crazy eyes. She looks a little like Candace Cameron Bure.
Beret.
So,
I got to guess the. I didn't see. I honestly did not see the
Okay.
thing. So can you just repeat that again?
Teacher Kayla Sprinkles is accused of having sex with her student.
No, I mean, can you say the title again like you did the first time?
That's the title. Blank blank. Hold on, I got it.
Let me
Blank
think.
blank teacher Kayla Sprinkles accused of having sex with student.
That is not
Charles Nelson Riley, what do you got? Oh, how's that for a topper? Oh. How's about Florida?
This is the music I was waiting for anyway. This is one they used.
Blank blank teacher.
Folks, where else are you going to get a Charles Nelson Riley?
Oh,
Good
Ruth
Lord.
Buzzy. What do you say? Who else was on the show? Richard Dawson drinking whiskey
Brett
and smoking
Butler.
a cigar. Brett Butler.
Remember that old
how you
hag up
doing?
on that second and
She was
Betty
so
White.
blank, she sat on my face. Oh.
we'll talk about. I think we're talking about the one time the episode where Gene Roddenberry pretty much just like threw himself on one of the contestants, and everyone was just clapping away.
How much freaking herpes did Richard Dawson get from kissing people's daughters and
Forget about
grandmothers?
it.
You know?
He was a stud.
All right, so
I'm gonna say
hit blank blank, so that should give you a hint, Richie.
new, or west.
Or north or south. Boom, chicka, bow, bow, bow. Waka-choom,
I'm gonna
bow,
say
bow.
I'm gonna say that one looked like I'm gonna say that one's gonna say New Mexico.
North Carolina.
I was thinking West Virginia, so I would have been close.
North Carolina.
North
Hayesville, North Carolina.
All right, old crazy eyes.
A former teacher in Western North Carolina
Oh, boy.
is accused of having sex with a student. Cherokee County Sheriff Derek Palmer said 26-year-old Kayla Sprinkles
That's what happens when you have hippie parents.
that's the last name, of Hayesville was arrested June 7th and faces sexual assault charges. The investigation began on or about March 26th, the sheriff's office said. Investigators began looking into reports that Sprinkles, I can't get past the name, had engaged in sex acts with a student while working as a high school teacher in the Cherokee County school system.
You know, this is what's upsetting the most. These
None of this
fucking
ever
kids
happened to me.
Can't keep their mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut.
You live in the dream, kid.
Yeah. The sheriff's office said multiple students were interviewed during this investigation, and the Haven Child Advocacy Center assisted in some of the interviews because of the young ages of the individuals
How
involved.
old were they?
High school.
Oh,
So 13 to 18. Prime footage.
and she's a piece too.
She's a piece.
I mean, again, crazy eyes, but at that age, who cares?
Yeah. School's almost out for summer, too, so, the kids are wearing less,
Yeah. She's apparently wearing less.
Yeah. Well, yoga pants didn't exist when I was in school.
I am going to have to say something. I may be changing my mind on yoga pants.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
Breaking news,
Maybe.
folks. All right. Why?
So just some of them. I think the styles are
Yes,
different.
I know which
enough
ones
now.
you're talking about with the line on the butt.
Something like that. Or just
And the
in
see-through
general.
leg?
Exactly.
Ah, yeah.
And some of the color pattern.
Yeah.
I'm starting to
he's
change.
Converting.
I'm starting to change.
See, there's a difference between the yoga pants and the leggings. The leggings, I could tell.
Sure.
I could tell why you don't like the leggings.
Again, it all goes back to
Right.
pantyhose.
Okay, I accept that. Okay, on June 4th, a grand jury handed down a 5-count indictment for sexual activity with a student. Authorities say Sprinkles left the county.
Sprinkles the clown.
Sprinkles left the county after learning.
Really? She was on the lam?
learning of the indictments, possibly through social media. She later turned herself.
Social media.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
They're looking for you, girl. Status. It's complicated. Relationship status. It's complicated. She later turned herself into the Mecklenburg County Detention Center,
What
where
are these
she was.
fake places that you're coming up with.
These aren't fake. She was served with the indictments and released on a $25,000 unsecured bond. She's
Gotten
expected
from a Western Union.
She's expected to be in Cherokee County Superior Court on July 2nd. Our youth and our students are one of the greatest resources that Cherokee County is blessed to have, Palmer said. It is incumbent upon all of us to ensure their safety and well-being as they grow and mature. Well,
Some
she
of them
was
are growing and maturing a little bit faster than others.
yeah, son. All right.
They plow their way
So
through high
yeah,
school.
welcome to Old News, North Carolina. You're on the board. Florida's leading with 7. We have the United Kingdom with 4.
We really should. Are those accurate numbers?
No, but I'll start doing it now.
We really should.
I'll
Yeah,
start
you can.
doing
We've
it.
had a
I'll
couple
start.
from
I
the
have.
UK.
I have my better half spreadsheet with many pages of stuff on it.
Good.
All right, the next one is. I'll just read you the title. I don't know the location yet because, again, I was cleaning up shit. But as far as I know, it's definitely overseas because there are pounds involved.
Oh, so it's got to be. That's really just England.
Well, we'll see. Women attack police when officers raid their bizarre sex course for advanced lovemaking.
So the
women attacked police when the police officers
They're
raided
Bobbies.
their bizarre sex course. They were teaching a course for advanced lovemaking. That's in quotes.
Advanced lovemaking.
Okay, let me read. Hold on.
Boy, what level am I at?
You're in remedial. Sorry. More than 30 Russian tourists had paid £450 to watch, quote-unquote, sexperts demonstrating how to make their partner's climax.
Wow. I've paid a lot less to see a lot worse.
This is by Kelly Ann Mills, and the website is themirror.co.uk.
Oh, the mirror. Okay.
So this is the United Kingdom again. All right. So.
Wait. Did they pay $450 or were these people £450?
No, they paid £450.
I was gonna say.
Not pounds as in weight.
Okay.
Pounds as in money. I'm going out to blow a fag in the backyard. That's a cigarette.
That is a cigarette.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, like we didn't call them cigarettes on purpose. We didn't call them fags on purpose just because of that. Not there's anything wrong with that.
No, not at all.
2018 LGBTQ plus minus hashtag.
Please, don't even. I don't.
I was cool when hashtags were pound signs. All right, baby.
What's the Q part?
I don't know.
No.
Oh.
It stands for queer, but I don't get what that means. I always thought that was derogatory.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, legit.
Lesbian, lesbian.
It's lesbian,
gay, bisexual, transgendered. Cool. Question. It's not queer.
No, it's queer.
No, it's not.
Then what's the plus?
I'm sure if only we had a machine in front of us that could tell us the whole world. The big yellow one is the sun. What,
as I like to call it, the day moon.
Does L?
Oh man, your
G
your search history is gonna be changed forever.
B T Q I A. Oh Jesus Christ! Q plus. Is it a plus sign?
Yeah,
honey, it's research. Mean. What does LGBTQ mean? Lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, questioning. Queer / questioning, and others.
Okay, no, then it should be LGBTQQ.
It refers to a population of people.
Well, obviously we know what it's all about.
United by having gender identities or sexual orientations that differ from the heterosexual and cisgender majority.
I don't care
What's
who you
cisgender?
Bang. It's these made up things. It's like de Blasio wanting to put gender X.
What the hell?
Yeah, honestly.
He's back.
Look, I don't care.
Anyway,
who you
let me
bang,
get back to my story here. So from the mirror.com.co.uk.
An
angry woman attacked police officers when they raided the sex course she was running.
Was she in the middle of the act?
Tourists had paid about £450 for the advanced lovemaking course in Thailand.
Oh dear.
So this is technically Thailand, reported by the... Okay.
That was a twist.
Is Thailand owned by...
As far as I know, no.
So they must use pounds, I guess. All right, anyway, let me finish
Boy,
reading.
talk about transgender.
Yeah, right. When cops carried out the bust, kinky instructors, a mix of both young men and women...
It's like a Benny Hill skit.
demonstrated to the 33 Russians how to make... Wait a second. Russians?
Honestly.
Russians in Thailand.
I want to know.
Yes,
how,
I would like to make.
I
would like to make my polar bear make love. Yes, you like dance?
Clearly, who's got more out of these improv classes?
Well, I took 5. You took 1. So yes, I'd like to make. I like to make vodka with my nicey nice. Yes, you like dance? In mother country, I was Minister of Defense.
Put it in H.
Put in H.
Country no longer exists.
Kinky instructors, a mix of both young women and men, demonstrated to the 33 Russians how to make their partner climax while the attendees eagerly took notes and viewed diagrams on a flipboard. Oh, come on.
Wow.
The course, held at the Ibis Hotel in Pattaya, Thailand last night, was run by Alex Leslie, a former member of the KGB.
Whoa.
This just gets better. I'm so glad I don't read these. I'm so glad I just read the title. Who wants to stand against Russian President Vladimir Putin at the next election.
Oh.
I will defeat him. I will
Why?
defeat him. I will make him pretty like a dog unless he takes his shirt off. He's very manly.
And now,
I like him too. He's good, okay? Mr. Trump,
where
welcome.
did you come from? Where did you
Welcome.
sneak in from?
I just snuck. I smelled the fire pit. It smells great.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's
I can't stay. Okay. I just wanted to say hi. I'm passing through the neighborhood.
all
I
right.
was
But
getting
you've
some.
been very busy lately.
I was in China and Singapore. I met with my good friend Kim Jong Un. We talked about our barbers, and I'm just getting some All American, and then I'm hopping back on my helicopter to back to DC. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Is Kim Jong Un ever going to visit the White House?
I can't say for sure, but it's a good thing. Okay. I like a lot of things. He wears a lot of gray suits. Okay. I think he needs a good. Melania can help him.
Melania.
That's what I said. Melania can help him. With some style,
Okay.
but looking
And,
good things. Good thing.
But before you leave, good luck with the Nobel Peace Prize.
Thank you. You know what? I made one myself, and you know what? I think I deserve the real one. Not like my friend Obama, who did nothing and got it. He did nothing. Okay, fake news. Okay. Listen, I got to go. Larry, Frank, it's been good.
Hey, Mr. Trump, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
No problem. Keep up the good work. Year 2, Betty. Year 2. Okay. I'm in year 2. You're in year 2. Together, we're going to make podcasting great again. Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Trump. Be good.
Okay. Bye. Okay.
All right, so that was so nice of him to stop by. And we were just talking about him, too. That was cool. It's getting cold. The fire's starting to go out. Okay, so we got to finish up.
I'm lightheaded.
What? You all right?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Just leave me here. I'll just wake up in the morning.
I've been run over. Okay. At least you don't have work tomorrow. I do. All right.
Work. I gotta help someone move.
Mr. Leslie has written 8 best. Okay, this is getting better. This former KGB agent has written 8 best-selling books on seduction, including one called "Life Without Panties." Stop it now. And he runs a range of courses in Moscow.
Can you imagine? Oh, good lord.
You've-
no longer exist.
Participants at the Pattaya course were due to receive certificates declaring themselves sex experts after the class, but staff
I've gotten a certificate too.
But staff at the upmarket hotel became suspicious when they heard odd noises coming from the room and called officers. Police arrived at 11 p.m. and cut short the course with visitors being dismissed.
Boo. All right. Well, at least it got dismissed.
But 10 instructors, some wearing matching T-shirts and others in tiny pink shorts, were arrested.
Hello?
Wait, what does this mean? Were arrested and frog marched to the local station?
Yeah, buddy.
They had to hop over each other. They leapfrogged over to the.
We're gonna go in style.
Yeah, the 3 Russian women and 7 Russian men were pictured sheepishly. I can't get through this. Sitting
7
on
to 3. I like those odds.
Oh, wait. Here,
which way?
There's pictures. The 3 Russian women and 7 Russian men were pictured sheepishly sitting on a bench in custody. They have shirts that say sex instructors on them or something. Police Colonel. Oh, this is going to be a tough name.
Oh my God! Look at them.
Yes. It says sex instructor.
Yeah.
Police Colonel Apache Krobpech, head of Pattaya Police, said officers arrived at the hotel at 11 p.m. and found Russian gangs had rented a room to set up a training course for sex.
Don't know that poor couple there on the left.
They're scared. This is an illegal sex education course. Where's the rest of the
education course be illegal?
I don't know. 43 people were in attendance.
Wow.
Good turnout. In attendance, including 10 instructors who were demonstrating sex. The participants are not guilty of any offense, and they were then released. The 10 instructors were taken to the station for processing. Officers,
I bet they were.
Yeah. Officers charged one instructor with overstaying in Thailand.
Look, pal, you've been here way too long.
You can't go home, but you can't stay here. Go try Singapore.
Or Hong Kong is wonderful.
North Korea is now open. Go over there.
Oh wow!
I thought he left.
He was on his way.
All of them, they must have trouble starting the helicopter. Officers charged one instructor with overstaying in Thailand, 3 with unlawful entry. What the hell is that? Is he gone? Is he back? Shut that off.
I can't stop it. No, that was a joke I tried doing when you first started talking about Thailand.
Okay. With 3 with unlawful entry into the kingdom and the rest for working without work
all right.
permits. Police
Work permit.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see your union cards.
How many, you got any independents you're claiming? Police Lieutenant Colonel Piapong Ensarn added, one of the women running the class was angry when police arrived. They thought we shouldn't be there. Where's the rest of the article? Where's the rest of the article? Oh, it's the strangest class I've ever heard about, but it is illegal and the offenders will be processed according to the law. The Alex Leslie website, which also includes a picture on their contact details of one of the women who appears at the event, has been approached for a comment. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Scroll. That's it? That's the whole article? Something's not right here.
Comment is, I can't believe I put the whole thing in.
Oh, he has been. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. He's been reached, but no comment.
He's been reached around.
He's been tried. Yeah. Hey-o. So, so that's. Thank you, Thailand. They're on the board.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's Jack No Tie, real good. So, fire's out.
I was going to say that's
our cue.
That's our cue. Yeah, it's been real, folks.
Yeah. So again, thank you for joining the better half this lovely Friday evening. If you want to reach out to us, you could reach our email address, which we do answer our emails. We answer all our emails. We will get back to you it's thebetterhalfpod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
You could reach us on Twitter at betterhalfpod1, the number 1. Instagram is the betterhalfpod. You could reach me on Twitter at mess411.
And you can find me virtually everywhere at More365 and OHR365.
Correctamundo. And, of course, our Facebook page is The Better Half, facebook.com/betterhalf. And also, again, we do stress, as we do at the end of every episode, on iTunes, please, those 5-star reviews help so much. Share. Rate, review, share. It will mean the world to us. And, the better we could do, the better product we could give you. Hopefully we could, if we get some sponsors in the future, we can put some little money back into the show and
get that scratch.
Yeah, well, we could just, start doing bigger and better things. Look, I know this isn't going to be no Joe Rogan experience, but
it could be.
It could be. And, it all it takes is the right ass to kiss and, palm to grease, and we're well on our way. So, and if you do want to sponsor the Better Half, please send us an email or, contact us in any
Carrier
way.
pigeon.
And we'll work out some deal where you'll get some free advertising. We actually do have a sponsor today. That'll be...
That's a lot of potato.
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't have Vito's Deli anymore, but we do have Breeze Sweet Treats New York, the best cake in the world.
That was fantastic.
That cake was ridiculous.
That really was good.
She's out of Long Island. She's a pastry chef. She made our 1-year anniversary cake. And
that roulette cake was ridiculous.
Yeah, the roulette cake. Yeah, she just did another one for. If you check out her Facebook page,
not be doing any other podcasts.
She did a. She actually said she got some traffic on her page.
Did she really?
So yeah,
that's awesome.
I said you're pulling my chain, but she's like, no, I swear to God. And she made I guess somebody graduated college or something, and she made books, stacked books.
Wow,
it looked fantastic. I was like, check out her page on Facebook. I have not gotten permission yet to, because I haven't seen her, to ask her to put out her phone number for business purposes.
Well,
I don't know if it's
follow it up on the Facebook page.
I don't. Yeah, I'm sure you can follow up on her Facebook page. Check it out. You'll be very impressed for all your party pastry needs. So
remember, the Retro Gamers is hitting 100 episodes.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
you want to plug the rest of the network?
I absolutely do. The More of the Same network, live on your radio dial. Check everywhere you listen to podcasts for the Yin and the Yang podcast, myself and Anthony Chu, where we talk MMA, wrestling, martial arts, fun stuff, have some good skits on there. And the Retro Gamers, myself and Anthony Rippo, where we are rapidly approaching episode 100. However, by the time this dropped, this past Tuesday was our annual E3 special. So we kind of step away from retro. We talk modern, and we talk about the big E3, all the new games coming out. Since this is going to drop afterwards, I will say now, Microsoft, I think, was the big winner this year compared to Sony and Nintendo, but we talk about that. Then we're back on track for episode 100, which we still have absolutely no idea what we're doing for episode 100, but we'll figure it out.
You should have a guest on.
We're thinking about having multiple guests, actually.
There you go.
So, but yeah, check out all the podcasts on the More of the Same Network and support the More of the Same Network and the Better Half podcast, of course, as well, being one of the funnier shows on the network.
Actually, it's one of the top 4 videos on your
It is.
YouTube page.
It is.
I only got about 8,000 more to take over slot number 3 on your.
What's my third?
That's an unboxing video.
Oh, that stupid nature box.
I don't know, but it's like
Yeah.
a couple thousand, and I'm at 190. So
It's
we're
that
at
was the
190.
one. All I did was open it, and the biggest complaint was, why didn't you eat anything? All you did was open up the packs. You didn't eat anything.
Yeah,
And then I made another video where
we
I
just bypassed the crowd surfing at the Grammys or whatever it was.
That thing is weird.
That was
How
weird.
was
It's
that?
only like 12 seconds, but it's freaking weird.
I'm watching. I'm like, what the hell? It's someone that you're right. Body surfed.
Yeah.
It's not even a dummy. It's a human being.
Uh-huh.
And of course, my number one video, my Tom Brady unboxing, where I get harassed horrendously in the comments section.
Has that? I haven't been watching the numbers on that.
That
stalled.
That died. That
Yeah.
definitely died out, even before the season was over. But that was going hot for a while.
That's
There was some
crazy.
great comments. The funniest comment that was on there, the guy ended up deleting.
Yeah, I know that was a good.
He said
comment.
his head is so fat, he's on the last button of the snapback hat. I'm like, you're right.
Oh man.
So.
Anyway, so another great episode in the books.
This is the outdoor episode.
The
Our
outdoor
summer special.
episode, the wild wilderness episode.
I like it. I like the outdoors.
Wiki wild west.